Just want to do a quick thought from Psalm 3 and reading from the New Living Translation. So this is Psalm 3, a psalm of David regarding the time David fled from his son Absalom. O Lord, I have so many enemies, so many are against me, so many are saying, God will never rescue him. Selah. But you, O Lord, are a shield around me. You are my glory, the one who holds my head high. I cried out to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy mountain. Selah. I lay down and slept, yet I woke up in safety, for the Lord was watching over me. I am not afraid of 10,000 enemies who surround me on every side. Arise, O Lord, rescue me, my God. Slap all my enemies in the face, shatter the teeth of the wicked. Victory comes from the Lord. Victory comes from you, O Lord. May you bless your people. Selah. So I'm just going to make a couple of comments about the psalm and then let us just reflect on it a little bit. Firstly, King David, is in a position of vulnerability, a time when Absalom is really against him. His own flesh and blood has sort of turned against him. He's in a situation of being really on the back foot, having to withdraw and being in a position where his authority has been really undermined and challenged. And we read about that in more detail in the Old Testament, where we see that David is not in a strong place in this part of his life. He's not on top of the game. He's not the one who's sort of very much boss and in control. He's the one who's being badly treated in lots of different aspects of that, and without going into too much detail about Absalom's situation, but basically his son, has really deeply undermined his authority. And David is aware of his enemies, those who've turned against him, and it's particularly difficult because that includes family. And he says also, how people are sort of putting out reports, putting out things. It's the stuff that's said about us that sometimes is really difficult, isn't it? Sometimes we're guilty of creating a problem ourselves. We've created a situation which people might, rightfully say, he's made a right mess of things. He's not in a good place. Why should God stand up for him? He's got himself in a bad position, and it's his own fault. And it's very easy. You think about the moment, a time when actually our whole situation is very unsettled. Very easy for those who are in authority to be completely undermined. And yet David's real passion in this psalm is simply that God is his shield. God is the one who will strengthen him. God is the one who will defend him and who will protect him. And God will protect him at times when he's sleeping. God will protect him and rescue him when he's faced by enemies and opposition. And God will lift up his head. God will be his strength. God will be the one who vindicates him, who stands for his cause. God is going to be the one who's going to be a shield and protection to him, despite all the things, the arrows that are flying, the accusations and the criticisms, and whether he got himself in this mess originally or whose fault it was. God is going to be the one who really stands by him. So my prayer today is that whatever our situation, and whether we felt that we were part of creating this mess, whether we felt that the accusations and stuff against us is completely unfounded, whether we feel angry and upset and we feel resentful or bitter about it or whatever, however we have felt poorly treated and poorly understood, and something about us rise up in anger about these things, in the middle of all that, we just want to say, okay, I'm going to stop for a moment. I'm going to let God be God, and I'm going to look to him to be my shield and protection. Look to him to reassess my case. I'm not fighting people. Ultimately, I'm entrusting myself afresh into God's hands, and all my anguish, all my stress about it, all my frustration, all the things which I feel like I've got to offload it somewhere. Where we feel like I've got to dump this stuff on somebody somewhere, and I feel like I'm really on the defensive and all that. I just come to God right now, and let's just do that. Let's just come to God and say, God, be my shield, be my strength. Be the one who lifts my head in the situation. Be the one who upholds me. Be the one who gives me the strength to get through this. And help me to realise that you're the one who's going to bring victory, and you're going to be the one who takes me out of whatever the mess is. Whether it's my mess that I've created, which I'm apologise about, or whether it's other people's stuff that has impacted my life and made my life difficult. I look to you, and I look to your higher authority, even if I feel undermined by others, even if I feel, like David felt like he was really undermined, and his influence, his throne had been really taken from him. Absalom had really betrayed him as a son, which was extremely painful. So whether we've been hurt by family or friends or others, we look to him right now, and we say, Lord, we entrust our situation into your hands. Be our strength and be our protection, and lift up our head again and help us to face the day. Bless you, and I pray that you would find God's strength in your situation too.